up, y'all? It's your man Patience, and listen, I'm gonna definitely need you guys to hold my mule on this one. All right, y'all. The dog father, Mr. Bow Wow Wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, Mr. Rolling down the street smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice, has just landed at #1 on Billboard with his gospel album. That's right. In case you haven't heard by now, Snoop Dogg has dropped a gospel album called The Book of Love, and it has landed #1 on the gospel charts. I'm not surprised by this. Maybe some of you are, but I am not. All right, now let's get into it. When I first heard about this was right around Super Bowl time, and I saw that he was going to be doing a Super Bowl celebration with other gospel artists. And if you haven't seen my video on that, I'll leave it linked up at the end of this video and you can watch that. But my first initial reaction was that this was a smash and grab. You know, just in it for the bag, trying to come up off some gullible people who support gospel music, get the bag and run. Because after all, during that same Super Bowl, he was also scheduled to be at the Playboy celebration and other celebrations. Now, I still haven't quite changed my mind as far as the money grab. I still believe that this Bible of love is something that is helping Snoop to remain relevant. He's no stranger to reincarnating himself. As a matter of fact, back in 2013, he dropped a reggae album called Reincarnated, and at that time he was going by Snoop Lion. So I'm not sure if he's going by Bishop Snoop now or what. So I'm looking at this as Snoop Dogg has not become a Christian, and I think that he's doing this to remain relevant. He's probably made some friends in the gospel industry, and just looking at the list of people who are on this album, maybe they just feel like, hey, they will jump on that because the opportunity for us to be on a #1 album or on an album that will be successful, and they jumped on. Or maybe over the years they have crossed paths with Snoop, became friends, and they decided to help him out in this endeavor. Either way it goes, his album is #1 on the gospel charts, and as I said before, I'm not surprised. As I continue to look at this, I look at it another way. Kind of like when The Passion of the Christ came out. Even though Mel Gibson was not a Protestant Christian, he's Catholic, for those of you who know a little bit about Mel's personal life. But I looked at the fact that he put out The Passion of the Christ, and that movie moved a lot of people to come back to Christ. People who are not necessarily Catholics, people from all different denominations, and people who had left the Lord after watching that movie. They were touched and they came back. And you know what? I kind of think about this album, not exactly the same, but follow me here. There are probably a lot of people who probably went to church when they're little, got caught up in street life, and they listen to Snoop. They respect Snoop. So him dropping an album like this may be an opportunity for somebody to hear about the Lord who otherwise would not. And so, judging by the album sales, I do not think they're all Christians buying this album. I do believe that there are some people who they see Snoop Dogg's name on it and they buy it, and this could be an opportunity for them to hear about the gospel. At least that's my hope anyway. It could be naive, but that's my hope. I definitely want to know what you guys think about this. Snoop Dogg back at #1, this time with a gospel album. And I guess you could look for him to be on tour soon. Maybe with Ty Tribbett, Rance Allen, and some of the others who are on the album. It would not surprise me at all. Would you guys go see Snoop do a gospel tour? And do you guys have this album? What do you think about the album? I heard a couple songs on the album. I was surprised. He's not on every song. Some of the songs is just some of his artist friends, and he's not on every song. A couple of the songs sound pretty good, not gonna lie. What do you guys think about this? Snoop's album lands at #1, and I guess you can look for him to be on tour soon. Definitely want to know what you guys think. Till the next time, it's your man Patience. I'm out.